Hello everyone, and welcome to the very last episode in this series of Let's Talk About. Today we're bringing it full circle and revisiting Request to Pay. Throughout this series we've talked about Request to Pay, finding out exactly what it is and how it's innovating the landscape of payments for all the financial players. In our previous episodes we've discovered the various use cases for Request to Pay, from combining it with instant payment and e-billing to exploring the countless benefits it will bring to banks, corporates and individuals. As of the 15th of June this year, what was once merely theoretical is now a real functional standard. Using our latest white paper and our recent survey carried out in partnership with the EBA, we're going to look at what is at stake when we turn theory into reality. The survey asked companies across Europe for their opinion on Request to Pay and the use cases they would be most interested in. The focus was on the use in retail, point of sale, in e-commerce, in recurring payments and in combination with electronic invoices. We've seen in our previous episodes the versatility, speed and convenience that Request to Pay lends to these four use cases. The EBA survey tells us that 96% of respondents are interested in using Request to Pay, yet only 30% of respondents have used a national Request to Pay process so far. People are ready to embrace this innovation in payments, so what's stopping us from making the concrete steps towards implementing it? When it comes to Request to Pay, everything is in place. We have the set guidelines, we have the positive results from the EBA survey, and most importantly, we have an infrastructure that's ready to go. It's clear that there are some hurdles to overcome, and banks will face challenges in implementing the scheme. However, the wait-and-see attitude of many financial institutions, given the benefits of Request to Pay, is not really plausible. So what are the challenges? As with all innovations in the financial sector, Request to Pay will need a start-up financing. There will also be the cost of employee training and funding for appropriate marketing campaigns, and possibly even an incentive program for existing customers. The business model will need to be taken into account, as well as the existing systems that corporates have in place. The other hurdle is a technical one. Institutions cannot avoid adjusting their existing systems if they want to implement Request to Pay. There are the technical realities of banks that need to be taken into account. And if their infrastructure is not robust and flexible enough, it will not be able to support Request to Pay in all its use cases, and will therefore not be performant enough for the needs of the corporates. PPI can help banks and financial players to implement Request to Pay from start to finish, providing them with a real solution to solve real-life problems, such as connectivity, processing, and execution of payment. If you want to find out more about Request to Pay and how it could be implemented in your business, get in touch with our expert consultants via the PPI France website. You can also download our latest white paper on Request to Pay. It will require an effort from banks and corporates to implement the Request to Pay scheme, but the payoff will be huge, strengthening business relations between them. I'll be back on your screens after the summer. Even cars need a break sometimes, you know. So until then, it's goodbye from me.